What's up, YouTube? This is True Raw for TV, all right? So shout out to Ticket TV, aka Pro Basketball Updates. She did a video talking about these clowns masquerading as the Milwaukee Bucks, aka the Milwaukee Fucks, who lost at home by 36 points to the Denver Nuggets. The Milwaukee Bucks ticket holders had to watch this horror, this listless, sorry ass team that calls themselves a defending championship team. Now, I've done a video recently, a couple of videos, last couple of weeks, telling you guys how, in my opinion, the Milwaukee Bucks remind me of those Cleveland Cavalier teams the second time LeBron James was there, where they lost way too many fucking regular season games because they played this dangerous game of playing down to the level of their competition. Now, the only reason why they got away with it is A, they had Kyrie Irving except for that last year. B, they had Kevin Love. And C, the Eastern Conference was incredibly weak at that time. So they was able to get away with it. In the finals, they just were overmatched by a super team, you know. Well, at least 2017, 2018. The Bucks don't have that luxury. The Eastern Conference is as strong as I've seen it in 20 plus years. I've never seen the Eastern Conference this goddamn strong. There's a lot of competition. I understand that. I'm not expecting the Bucks to win 60 games. I said this at the beginning of the season. I didn't expect them to win 60 games this year. I expect them to go maybe 54 and 28, 55 and 27. But the way this team is going, they're not going to win 50 games. They're on pace to go something like 48, 34, 47 and 35. Not too many championship teams that has a record that poor. I mean, the worst record for a championship team in the modern era was 44 and 38, the 1978 Washington Bullets. And that team, even with them, they didn't have Phil Chenier, and Bob Dandridge was hurt for most of the year. This Bucks team is playing a dangerous game, man. They're playing to the level of their competition way too much. Yeah, they can beat the great teams. That's what pisses you off. They can beat the great teams. So it's in them to be great. It's in them. They beat the best teams in the NBA. But then the next night, they'll fucking play the Orlando Magic and lose at home by 10. That's the type of shit that's going to get you motherfucking beat. It's going to get you beat in the playoffs. And if these motherfuckers lose in the first round, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. All these Brooklyn Nets fans, right? Who, by the way, I don't think they're going to do anything themselves this year. But they're going to say, we told you so. We told you they were a fluke. If it wasn't for Kevin Durant's foot being on the line, if it wasn't for Giannis intentionally, they say, hurting Kyrie Irving, we would have beat them. You saw we did to them in game two. It was a fluke. And then in this situation, what can I say? Maybe it was. I couldn't talk shit anymore. I don't understand these motherfuckers. Don't you have any fucking pride? Don't you realize that the teams in your conference have gotten exponentially better? It's not just Miami that's a dangerous team. Cleveland is a dangerous team. Philly is a dangerous team. The Bulls are there. Brooklyn, in the right circumstance, can beat you. Hell, if fucking Kyle Kuzma and Spencer Dinwiddie get hot, shit, they can give you a run for your money. This ain't fucking 2018 no more. But you know what I blame it on too? Now, I know this will sound hypocritical because I don't think that, for instance, Frank Vogel should be fired. I don't think what's going on in LA is Frank Vogel's fault. I think it's a personnel problem. With the Bucks, however, they won that championship last year in spite of Mike Budenholzer. If they had a competent coach, if they had a Mark Jackson, I guarantee that this team would have at least 10 more wins than they have right now. At least 10 more wins. Mike Budenholzer is a fucking joke. He's a joke. He's late to make adjustments. His rotations are bad. And he keeps making the same mistakes night in and night out as a coach. I don't understand it. This guy could be, his team could be in a series against the Heat. And they could be down 2-0. Game 3, after so much media pressure, he'll finally make an adjustment and the Bucks will beat the shit out of the Heat, right? Guess what he's doing Game 4? Go right back to the same shit he was doing in Game 1. This is a dumb motherfucker that needs to get him the fuck out of here. Get him out of fucking Milwaukee. The Bucks should be a dominant fucking team. They should be dominating the fucking Eastern Conference. Now, some of it is some players that are on this team now that weren't here last year. And they just full of themselves. You ain't earned shit. You ain't earned a goddamn thing. You ain't win a fucking ring. So this tells you the problem is partially leadership. That falls on Budenholzer and Giannis. I know Giannis isn't the type of person that gets in your face and has that nasty streak. He better get one because that Mickey Mouse act is starting to wear a little thin. Hoo ha ha, hoo ha ha ha. Yeah, LeBron's best. I'm just happy to be here. Fuck that shit, man. And Chris Middleton, you are the worst second option in the history of championship teams with NBA. The worst. The worst. I can go to any team and their second option was better than you. Anthony Davis, Klay Thompson, or Steph Curry, if you look at the Durant teams, Kyle Lowry, or Fred VanVleet, or Pascal Siakam, depending on who you think was the second option of those Raptors teams. Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard, or Manu Ginobili, right? Dwayne Wade. Let's see. Jason Terry was better than him. Shaq. Trying to go through all these teams. Pau Gasol, Paul Pierce, KG, Ray Allen, Rasheed Wallace, Tayshaun Prince, Chauncey Billups, Kobe Bryant. The Dikembe Mutombo. Well, actually, didn't win the championship. So, but even with that, I just named the Sixers, right? They didn't win a title, but still, Mutombo's better than them. Let's see the teams that won the championship. I'm just going through these championship teams, man. Pippen, Clyde Drexler, Otis Thorpe, Vernon Maxwell, Pippen again, Joe Dumars, James Worthy. I'm in the '80s now, y'all. Kevin McHale, um, Julius Irving, or Moses, or Andrew Toney, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Jamal Wilkes, Magic. You want to call him the second banana behind Kareem. Gus Johnson, not Gus, excuse me, Gus Williams, or uh, Dennis Johnson, Elvin Hayes, Wes Unseld, Bob Dandridge. You get where I'm going with this. You go all the way to the beginning of the NBA. You got to go to the fucking 40s. The 40s to find someone worse than this motherfucker. I bet you Joe Folks will outplay this motherfucker. You dig up Joe Folks and regenerate his ass and take him from the 40s and project him to 2022, and he'll still outplay this motherfucker. Jiminy Crispez. Who is this? Who is this sidewinder? He can't guard my unstoppable jump shot. Be doing Chris Middleton ass. This is a bum, man. 9 points last night. Ah, boy. But people only see him when he scores 20, 25 on TV. They think that this guy's something, man. This guy's fucking trash, man. And Drew Holiday, he's inconsistent offensively. People talk about, missing layups. This motherfucker, man. This motherfucker is trash offensively sometimes. But it's not reported because people don't watch the Bucks like that. They're not gonna the way they're playing, man, they're not gonna win a championship. They're not. They're not, man. Some changes need to be made to this team. Trades, I don't know, but uh, I don't know. I do know this: if this team stays like this, inconsistent, not championship team, somebody's gonna be leaving Milwaukee, and I'm gonna feel sorry for Bucks fans. But tell me what you guys think.